To the AM news, to our first story now. The majority in Parliament has shut down calls by the minority for the removal of Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Ablakwa and Ghana's ambassador to the United States, Victor Smith, dismissing the demands as baseless and politically motivated. The majority insists the minister and the ambassador remain fit for office despite concerns raised over recent U.S. visa restrictions affecting the country. There is more in the following report.
Minority in Parliament on Tuesday called for the dismissal of Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Ablakwa, blaming him for the latest U.S. visa restrictions, which now include Ghana. According to the minority, the development stems from what they describe as the minister's utterances, actions and inaction, arguing that he has failed to live up to expectations. Deputy Ranking Member on the Foreign Affairs Committee, Nana Asafo-Adjei insists the minister is unfit to remain in office.
So, firing the minister while it's necessary is insufficient move by President Mahama. Must act decisively on multiple fronts. First, he must deploy a presidential special envoy to Washington immediately. This cannot wait for normal channels. The president must send a respected, trusted senior figure with direct authority to negotiate Ghana's removal from this list in a way that is mutually beneficial.
The minority also demanded for the removal of Ghana's ambassador to the United States, Victor Smith.
Ambassador Smith has apparently forgotten that his job is not to be the government propaganda chief in America. His job is to protect Ghana's interest in Washington, to engage, to negotiate, to prevent disasters like this visa freeze. He has failed catastrophically. President Mahama must recall him immediately.
However, the majority on the Foreign Affairs Committee has rejected the calls. Chairman of the committee, Alfred Oko-Vanderpoy, says the majority will not support any move to sack either the minister or the ambassador.
He's worked on reducing passport charges. Ghanaians are happy about it. Passport processing. Today is the fastest. It's ongoing. And Ghanaians are benefiting out of it. Ghanaians are happy. So please, I don't think this is the time to call for the removal of the Minister for Foreign Affairs. Every Ghanaian I know have realized and have seen his hard work every day in this country.
Vice Chairman of the committee, Cletu Seidu Dapila, also took issue with the minority's position, describing the demands as unfounded and unjustified.
Within the 1 year that he served in that ministry, he's done so well. He fared well. He's done so marvelously well and deserves accolades, not to be reprimanded. Particularly, Honorable Asafo, the words you used were very unprintable. That is not diplomacy. It's unfortunate. Next time, if you want to do a press conference, don't use such words on a colleague, particularly your senior and all of that. So you can't describe such a man that everybody in Ghana knows to be somebody who is worthy of a man or a politician. You cannot come and describe him that he's untrusted or he's somebody that is disrespectful. That I wouldn't agree with Asafo-Adjei.
The majority insists the minister has conducted himself with distinction and should rather be commended. For Joy News, Michael Ashale.
Well, as the new Patriotic Party gears up for its presidential primaries, voices from the Central Region suggest former Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia will win the contest. Though a section of residents believe Kennedy Ohene-Agyapong has what it takes, many others are convinced that Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia will emerge victorious.
January 31, 2026 will see delegates from the new Patriotic Party MPP heading to the polls to elect a flag bearer in what is shaping up to be a keenly contested presidential primaries. Across the country, the candidates, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, Kennedy Ohene-Agyapong, Dr. Yawoseye Duchum, Dr. Brian Champon and Kwabena Agyapong have intensified their campaigns, engaging delegates to position themselves as the most suitable candidates for the job. in the central region.
Alert.
Street interactions revealed mixed sentiments, while some residents backed the region's homeboy, Kennedy Ohini Japan. Others insisted that former Vice President and flag bearer Dr. Mahmoud Baumia remains the right choice to lead the MPP forward.
Kennedy no Boyino, Sana Kennedy, I met the amount for Bonizim, Panapa Soya principle, or cow, canoqual. Nabawania de Sana do Yaku father no in Atinado. In time, Yaku father or in the win, or none of Baba Betnado. By Ken, they wouldn't have master lawyer justice. Into Ken, they may assure doing Bawania na Ken do no Boyino.
Baumia, Obotumafa. Since you honor what ton, I do so what ton or market, not to a sample. As I say, hands Baumian honor or advantage. Because as you walk out first, now I'm tired. I'm on the other turn one too, but we still one salmon. No what you will be. And see what you will be. That's one with one salmon. I had that. No other out to work. And the second time now, but she had to do now. Wafa because no dia no ta some proper na oditi but obodun we bi.
What do we mean na onye akufu address nti ala obi ambie kufu address same nti oduwa kakra na obe bocha ko echi kakra
se ba nenu kwa no wad ne ba emfa obowi na internal of elections but oba na ya general elections na anye the ba nenu aka na oye team of ekufu ado and at the same time onye ekufu ado ni ejuma na yama ko yi nti no we can still give him the opportunity. In our Canadian, so the probability of going under a low because on another case, I'll be connected to me catch and be president we go talk. Since I've been there, I'll be a president. No be president we go talk. Why say the one can talk?
With the primaries a week away, anticipation continues to build over who will emerge as the MPP's flag bearer. Ultimately, the decision rests in the thumbs of the delegates. From the central region, Abigail Lesalin-Kroma reports. For Joy News.
In a vibrant push to hatch a new era of food self-sufficiency, over 100 farmers in Offensive North District have become the latest beneficiaries of Ghana's ambitious Nkoko Nkete Poultry program. The initiative, a cornerstone of the National Feed Ghana agenda, is now pecking its way from blueprint to reality, aiming to sow the seeds of better nutrition, increased incomes, and a reduced reliance on imported poultry. And Asabet has more.
In a country striving for self-sufficiency, a new dawn is breaking for Ghana's poultry sector. A national program with a very local name, Nkoko Nkete, is taking flight, aiming to transform livelihoods and claw back a market long dominated by imports. Officially launched last October, the program moved from policy to practice this January. At its heart, a direct intervention providing chicks, feed, and critical support to thousands of households and commercial farmers across regions like Ashanti. Here in Offensive North, that promise arrived in the form of over 5,000 vital birds. District Chief Executive Caesar Ofosu-Achampon says this isn't just a handout, it is a partnership.
We want to assure His Excellency President that we will take his care of them so that we will be able to achieve the main aim of which this all-important program was brought. Today we are distributing 5,000 of 6 weeks checks to 100 farmers today.
The district chief executive emphasized proper care, a sentiment echoed by the agricultural experts on the ground who will be the backbone of the program's support system. Prosper Adewini is the district director of agriculture.
And today marks the first day that we are distributing the birds to the beneficiaries under the Nkoko Nkete program. So today we've distributed close to 4,800 birds, and these are going to help improve
the nutrition of households and also the incomes of these small household farmers. We are hoping that going forward we'll give them the necessary monitoring, the necessary guidance so that we can keep these affairs very well, and we record a very good program at the end of the pilot, so we can reach so many farmers. Like the president said, to reduce our imports.
And for the beneficiaries, this is a tangible step towards resilience.
I heard of this in Kuponkitikiti that the president initiated. So I registered, and today, God willing, our DC called us and then has delivered my Kuponkitikiti to me. I'm very grateful to the DC for making them available for us, and I'm also very grateful to the president for this initiative.
The official north, young today, young Kuponkitikiti, Yache, Ama Sa Committee. Mama say that the honorable Caesar I say when and yes so the following
This distribution is just one chapter. The Nkokon Kitten program, part of a broader Feed Ghana agenda, plans to roll out across constituencies nationwide. The aim is to build a network of thriving small-scale producers, slowly weaving a new fabric of domestic poultry production. Anna Sabit, Joy News, Akumadai.
Well, the senior technical officer at Zambia's National Science Center, Darius Katuka, has urged government to prioritize adequate teaching and learning resources to strengthen practical STEM education, especially in rural schools. He made the call during a monitoring event by the Knowledge Co-Creation Program's Zambian delegation in the KEA municipality of the Central Region, stressing that targeted interventions are needed to bridge resource gaps and improve hands-on STEM learning.
During a Knowledge Co-Creation Program KCCP monitoring event at the Abrim Siam AME Zion Basic School in the commended Dinegwa for Abrim Municipality, the Municipal Education Director, Mercy Koalisa, described the program as one that reflects the Ghana Education Services vision of delivering holistic and innovative STEM education.
This is a clear indication that when learning is made relevant, practical, and engaging, children respond positively. As a directorate, we commend the initiative taken within the Agona circuit and especially at Abrim, Isiam, AME Zion Basic School. This program aligns strongly with the Ghana Education Services vision of delivering quality, inclusive, and holistic education. We look forward to exploring opportunities to scale such innovative practices across other schools within the municipality. I wish to place on record the Directorate's sincere appreciation to Ms. Mariam Stella Ama, whose selection for the Knowledge Co-Creation Program and commitment to translating the knowledge acquired into practical outcomes have yielded commendable results.
Speaking at the event, Senior Technical Officer at Zambia's National Science Center, Darius Katuka, appealed to governments to provide additional resources, particularly for rural schools, to enhance practical STEM education.
More like even in the case of Zambia, you'll find that more resources are in the urban setups. Much as the efforts that KCCP are being made to ensure that we use the natural resources that are within our environment, we appeal, of course, to our hardworking governments. The governments really, they want to see what efforts are we putting in, first of all, as an initiative as teachers. Now that we're able to see, government now can come in. So our appeal to our government, our senior officials who are present here, is that kindly look at these schools in the rural setups. Give them more resources. Then we are going to see such kind of environments being created and the children learning at a very high speed. And we shall begin to see our nations growing at a faster rate.
Meanwhile, the director of the Science Education Unit at the Ghana Education Service, Olivia Sewal-Pare, underscored the importance of international collaboration in strengthening STEM education delivery.
It is therefore with great pleasure that we received the KCCP monitoring and evaluation team from Zambia, who are in Ghana to assess the impact of the knowledge and competences gained through the program. This visit is critical as it provides an opportunity for reflection, learning, and evidence-based assessment of outcomes, while also strengthening accountability and continuous improvement within the partnership. From
Ebremisiam, Abigail Lisson Nkrumah reports for Joy News.
From the Central Region, let's take you to the Western Region, where the District Chief Executive for where the DC for Wa East, Adamu Shaibu, says the NDC government is committed to bringing healthcare closer to the people. He made this known at the commissioning of a CHIPS compound at Yaru in the Wa East district, noting that the facility will reduce long travel distances for residents seeking quality healthcare. Joy News' Upper West Regional correspondent Rafiq Salam reports from Yaru.
Prostitution is gaining popularity in the area, attracting both Ghanaian
The challenges facing Wa East District are multifaceted and intertwined. Challenges relating to roads has a huge impact on the delivery of quality healthcare in the district. The vast nature of the rural predominant farming district, coupled with these deplorable roads, impact negatively on the health of the people. With few health facilities taking care of the sweep of residents, majority of the people often travel several kilometers in order to have access to quality health care. One of the communities is Yaro, located about 86 kilometers from Fancy, the Wa East district capital, which itself currently is without a district hospital. So, residents who need quality medical care have to either travel to neighboring communities, which are several kilometers away, or to the Wa and the Upper West Regional Hospital. With the commissioning of the new community-based health planning and services CHIPS compound at Yaro by Dodo Enterprise and funded by the Wa East District Assembly, it will not only take care of the medical needs of the people and beyond, but cost as well. Adamu Saibu is the Wa East District Chief Executive.
So we saw the need, looking at the population of Yaro and the communities that are surrounding Yaro. There are so many communities that are here that don't have health facilities. Yaro being the center, we saw the need to put up a health facility here so that it can serve the community and the nearby communities as well. This facility is a critical one to us because the government of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wants to extend healthcare to every community. Every Ghanaian should have access to quality healthcare. So that is why we brought this facility here. And if you look at it, you have the health and the clinic aspect of it, then you have accommodation for nurses.
Whilst admonishing the people to take care of the facility, he assured them of the commitment of the Assembly and the Wa East Member of Parliament, Dr. Gorpeseri Jasau, to add more equipment to ensure that it takes care of the holistic medical needs of the people.
So we are going to make sure this facility functions very well. We have handed it over to the chief. I have cautioned them to be interested in the facility, make sure this facility is sustained for a longer time to come. The health director is also willing and ready to staff the facility for it to operate. And when it operates, we are sure that the mortality rate within this area will reduce drastically. We don't want people to be traveling from one community to the other with minor cases that they can treat. Everything should be done here. In fact, looking at the nature of the facility, the director have hinted that this facility can even serve as a health center instead of a CHIPS compound, because we have every basic facility within the building.
Excited about the commissioning of the Yaro CHIPS compound, which is the third in 2 months, is the Wa East District Director of Health Services, Dr. Benjamin Amiyori. He posited that the new CHIPS compound will improve the quality of health of the people.
We had the Chagopane CHIPS compound renovated by the Honorable Godfred Sedu Jasau, and the Twasa clinic that was also built from scratch, just like the Yaro clinic as well that is built from scratch. So I'm very excited because access to healthcare is one of our biggest priorities. So to have this completed, and not only completed, but with the attendant medical equipment. We've seen medical patient beds, we've seen a delivery bed, we've seen a patient bedside locker, BP apparatus, examination couch. Almost every medical equipment that you need has been provided.
Equally excited was the chief of Yaro, Na Asan Sakara II. In the past, when any of the residents had stomach ache, I had to hire a vehicle to transport him to work for medical care. We thank God now that we have this facility. If you have similar problem, the person will be treated here. Meanwhile, the West District Assembly, through its common fund, is constructing a 2-unit block and ancillary facilities for the Yaro kindergarten. It is a 6-month project that began in 2025 and is valued at a little over 600,000 Ghana cedis.
This is a community that has a primary school. They also have a JSS, but they don't have a KG block for the kids. And we're also aware that these kids form the foundation of everything. So we have allocated some resources to construct this KG block. In fact, if you look at the designs, we'll have 2 classrooms. We'll have office space for the headmistress or headmaster. They also have urinals and toilet facilities for the kids as well. So we are expecting the contractor to finish within 6 months. But when what we are looking at or what we are seeing, the speed he's moving with, I'm sure within 3 months he can finish this project for us.
Reporting for News, Rafik Salam, Yaro.
Well, economist Dr. Edu Owusu-Sarkodie is urging the government to enhance its livelihood empowerment against poverty LEAP program to further reduce poverty in Ghana. This call comes after the country's multidimensional poverty rate dropped marginally to 21.9% for the 3rd quarter of last year. Speaking to Joy Business, Dr. Sarkodie recommended decentralizing LEAP activities, enhancing community involvement, and increasing funding to expand coverage.
Programs like Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty LEAP and also School Feeding Program, and today we have free SHS that feeds our borders. Because the underlying objective of all the 3 that I've mentioned is to improve nutrition. And nutrition is one of the indicators. In fact, the statistician mentioned that health, nutrition contributes about how much? 41% of the poverty. So, but it has helped. The LEAP school feeding program, free SHS are helping. I'm sure without these programs, the incidence would have been higher than we see now. But there's more room for improvement, as someone would say. So there's the need to make the LEAP get to the people who need it, right? And don't play politics with it. Also, the free SHS, I think many students and their parents have complained about the nutritional quality of the food. I think we have to improve on that. The school feeding program too, we have to improve on the quality of the food we give them. And generally speaking, nutritional status and also health insurance, because like I said, health insurance it stands out as the most single deprivation of many Ghanaians. So I think it's working all right. Today, about close to 60% of Ghanaians are registered, but still, 40% still are behind, and we have to get them registered.
All right, let's wrap up the business update with what's happening on the commodities market. But that will also be it for the AM News. After the commodities market, we'll bring you the AM Sports. Good morning.